The average age of first-time home buyers is climbing. Just 2 years ago, the typical buyer was 33 years old. Well, now it's jumped to 36. That's the oldest age of an average first-time home buyer on record. It comes as high housing costs and mortgage rates push home ownership out of reach for many younger Americans. Baby boomers recently edged out millennials as the largest share of home buyers, making up 39% in 2022, compared with 28% for millennials.
Hello family, welcome back to another episode of Journey to Harmony. I'm your host, Richard Harmon. Today I'm going to come and talk to you guys about the growing age of the first-time home buyer and the growing age of individuals when they're married. So over the years, we've seen a steady incline in the age of young people getting married. So it used to be, in your 20s or in your early 20s or so, and since 1950, where it bottomed out. It's been on the incline ever since that point. Many people are facing different struggles right now, while the idea of marriage has become a fleeting idea for many. The divorce rate, the child support, all of these things have hindered many people in their thoughts about actually settling down. And additionally, the society that we produce as well does not really give opportunity and doesn't encourage people to get married. Many people see having children and things like that as a hindrance on their lifestyle that they don't really want to have impeded. So I was looking over some information here, and I was looking at the correlation between the age of marriage and the age of first-time home buyers, and it kind of makes a lot of sense, right? So if you're going to be buying a home, what happens normally is that if you're married to someone, you're committed to that person. And what happens is you start to plan together. So if you're separated, two different people are living together, generally what's going to happen, you're going to have your money and your investments in one account, and they're going to have their money and their investments in a different account. And as a result, the building process that normally takes place that generally doesn't go there. So the commitment overall to that person, the dedication that you will show to them, is kind of like, it's like a renter. You're like, hey, well, why should I invest into this property? It's not mine. And so in the same way as many of the people in the millennial generation, as well as Gen Zs, are kind of having a outlook overall that they just kind of want to focus on themselves. I think most people in general, I was one of those at a younger age where I wanted to say, I'll be single for a longer period of time. But a lot of times it was due to fear. You fear that you're going to end up divorced. You fear that you're going to end up in a situation that you don't want to have. So as a result, you keep pushing and pushing and pushing away those things from starting. The cost of weddings has become exceptional, and everything that we see online, it's made things just seem completely just outrageous. And for those of us who are still trying to find our way, we're figuring out that, okay, let me just continue to work and to get better. And that will eventually do work itself out in the long run. But what's happening is these ages can continue to rise and rise and rise as you're putting it off. And I can tell you, as someone who got married at age 27, that my earning years were at their best post getting married, because you have responsibilities and it forces you. It's like creating a problem in your brain, and it forces you to grow as a result of it. You know what I mean? So you're committed to someone. You're like, me and this person are going to work it out. So you're looking for new ways and new opportunities that you didn't have to look for when you were single. If you were making $40,000 or $50,000 when you're single, for the most part, it's fine. You don't have a lot of expenses. You're living your life and everything is cool. Definitely. So what's the point overall in this topic that I'm bringing up is that the media, social media, things like that will tell you that marriage is not important at all. You should keep pushing it off as much as possible. But we see more and more that those who are generally married are going to have higher net worth, are going to have higher, access to income and different things like that. You're given more tax breaks. All of these things are included, and while children on the outside may seem like they're a headache, especially when you have young kids, it is definitely a pleasure to be able to raise children when they're in their, 4 or 5, and older. Even at the early ages, it's still a pleasure. It's about something more than yourself. And generally we see, whether it's sports or anything else, people are able to go further when it's not focused on just themselves and their own problems. So while we're trying our best to figure out how we will deal with inflation, how we're going to deal with this housing and affordability crisis that we're dealing with. A lot of times it is best for us to have a partner. The Bible says that two are better than one. And so in the same way, if you're facing economic hard time, you're able to come up with different options, in the situation that if you do find someone, I'm not telling you just to go out and marry anyone just because you're looking to make some money. But if things continue in the way that they are, it's going to be needed for us to have a partner in this particular life that we can help to deal with a lot of these economic downturns. What are your thoughts on this? How old were you when you first got married? Do you believe that marriage is still something that is sanctified and something that should be pursued? Please comment below, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining. Have a good day.